Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too, as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, and live the life we love. Well, it's Wednesday, it's my bad joke day. Even in the Jewish tradition, there's a big difference between the strict observers of orthodoxy, the conservative approach, which is not as strict as orthodoxy, but still they're adhering to the structure of Jewish custom. And then there's the reform, which is really loose at the fringe edges. And of course, they give blessings for everything, called baruchas. And I first learned Judaism after studying almost all other world religions. And then I realized, well, the mantras they were teaching me to chant before I drove the car or tilled the garden or cleaned up the house is no different than the baruchas of the Judaism path. But I didn't see it as an awareness path at the time. I thought it was dry formalism wasn't good. Anyway, so this guy gets a new car and decides to go to the Orthodox rabbi to get the blessing or the bracha. So he goes to the rabbi and says, "So Rabbi, I have this brand new Mercedes Benz. Will you give me a bracha on the car?" He says, "Get away from me. We don't give brachas on material things like that. Get out of here." Well, he's a little disappointed, but he says, "All right, I'll just go to the to the conservative rabbi." So he goes to the conservative rabbi, and the rabbi says, "Ooh, it's a beautiful car. I really love it. So you give a bracha?" The question is, "Oh, why not? We give brachas to everything." But I don't know what the bracha is. Well, I'd like to give it to you, but there's no provisions in the Torah for the blessings of the car, so sorry, I can't help you. So then he goes to the Reform rabbi, and he says, "Rabbi, will you give me a bracha for the car?" He says, "I'd be glad to. Just tell me, what's a bracha?" All right. One thing I've come to understand is spirit, as we tend to think of it, is not progressing or improving. What improves is our understanding of spirit. And if you want to have an outward sign of the inward and spiritual grace, be compassionate, be merciful on other people. So many people need to have mercy shown to them. We're all in really good positions to do it, so I would say do the best you can in doing that. Now remember, in terms of holding yourself in alignment with who you really are, you have to have positive expectation rather than negative anticipation. Then you end up giving what is life giving, right? You embrace what is life giving and you reject what is life draining. What is life giving? What is life draining? Very simple to know. I also call it the yum and the yuck. The yum and the yuck. The stuff that really attracts you, you go forward towards it as if it's nursing you or protecting you. And the stuff that repels you, puts you off, you back away from if you feel it's threatening or predatory in any way. It really makes things quite simple. And your brain is even showing you the stuff like that. The electrocolloidal suspension, that's your protoplasm. The kind of gels things together or creates things in solution that pulls it apart. So all I got to say is don't be afraid to confront the troubling truths in your life, your own character traits, other people's personalities. Because just because you think you've left it behind, that could often be a reductionistic way of using your own personal psychoanalysis. You won't be free from its pernicious hold. If you anesthetize yourself to your own emotional pain, you will end up with what I call compliant and inauthentic behavior to try to please people or to fit in. And then that's going to stifle what I call the affect of discontent. It's a divine discontent. It makes you feel something is off because there's something you need to seek or something you need to work on in order to face that challenge. So I hope that your life is not just a cakewalk, but also in the most positive way is a crucible where the aspects of your own personality that have been put down or stunted get a chance to reemerge in all its glory. Next week, May 29th, will be the next Good Vibrations class called Chicken Soup for the Yogic Soul. Go to GabrielHalpern.com and sign up. I hope to see you then.